Hello again. This is IELTS vocabulary word series set 4. We will have 25 words in this video. Without further ado, let's move on. The first word on our list today is presumably. Presumably means what you think is likely the situation. So you are not sure, but you think this is the case. It's like supposedly. Another synonymous word can be supposedly. When you are not sure, but if the situation seems to be or if the chances are that this is the situation, then you can use this expression. For example, they can presumably afford to buy a bigger apartment. So this means you think so, but this may not be the reality. But this is highly likely to be the truth. They can presumably afford to buy a bigger apartment. Or presumably Kevin just forgot to send a letter. Again, you are not sure. You don't know it well. This is your assumption. This is highly likely to be the reality, but again, not 100% sure. So in this case, we can use presumably. Okay, a bit of something or a bit more, small amount or degree of something. I saved a bit of money by finding some good deals during the sale. Sale is like discount. During the discount, I managed to save a bit of money. Not that much, but still, in this case, we can say not that much. A small amount of money. Okay, so this can again be some synonyms. If you say that a bit of something, a bit more, a bit, you mean not that much, a small amount of something. Advanced means modern and well-developed at a higher, more difficult level. For example, advanced technologies, advanced systems. In these examples, advanced refer to developed, like high-tech, not simple. These can be some synonyms. Work out means to discover an answer, develop an idea, or calculate an amount. So my accountant will work out how much more I need to save to pay my debts on time. So here, my accountant will work out in this example. For example, let's say it is about calculate. Or again, work out also means to discover something, to understand something. Model. Model is a physical object, usually smaller than the real object, that is used to represent something. For example, these are model vehicles. This H is silent. We don't pronounce it. Vehicles, model vehicles, cars and trucks. So you see here, model cars and trucks. This is a model aircraft, a model plane, not real, just a simple, small size of it. It's like a toy. Yeah, it's like a toy. Vehicle, again, this H is silent. We don't pronounce it. Vehicle, something used to transport people or goods, especially something used on land or roads, such as a car, bus, train, etc. This is the short form of especially. Okay, so vehicle can be a car, can be a bus, a train. These are just examples of vehicles. We have the word truck. This is a truck. In American English, we say truck. In British English, they say lorry. So truck and lorry, these are the same things. In Canada, we also use the word truck as we mostly follow American English. Technique is a way of doing an activity that needs skill. So technique is like approach or method or way of doing something. These are all nouns. Approach, method, way. In the IELTS test or in other English tests, these are used like as synonymous words. Program. Program here is a verb. As a verb, program means to write a series of instructions that make a computer perform a particular operation. Perform means like do something. So here, the CD player can be programmed to play the songs in any order. So if you program the CD player, you don't need to change the songs. You don't need to skip to or change to another song. It will be played automatically because you program it. Or scientists will soon introduce some robots that are programmed to undertake. Undertake means to do, to perform, to operate challenging tasks, difficult tasks at hospitals, including surgeries. So can you imagine a robot will be programmed to undertake, do, to perform, to carry out, to operate surgeries. So this means they will have the computer software program written and they will have the instructions how to do that. But again, you need to write them. A software engineer, a software programmer needs to write those codes and instructions using the computer programming language so that these robots can function in the desired way, in the programmed way. When you program a machine, a robot, you give instructions to that robot. You tell the robot what it should do. Pick something up. To pick something up means to learn a new skill or language. So to learn a new skill or language by practicing it rather than being taught it. When you live in a foreign country, you will soon pick up the language. So you don't need to take any formal instruction at a school. You will learn it naturally. So here, pick up the language means to learn the language naturally. Or to learn the language without attending a school. Okay. Children can typically, be careful about the pronunciation of this word, typically. If you are pronouncing it in a different way, it's a pronunciation mistake. Typically means usually and generally. Children can usually, generally pick up difficult skills. In much shorter time or in a much shorter time than adults. So because they are much faster in learning, because their brains are fresh, they can process information much faster. From one another means each other. From one another, each other. So my siblings and I learn a lot from one another. So in this case, what I mean, my siblings and I learn a lot from one another. From one another means from each other. So here, instead of from one another, I can say from each other. Okay. Siblings, remember, brothers and sisters. And or sisters. Okay. From one another. Recycled. Recycled means having been used before and then put through a process so that it can form a new product. So instead of wasting something, instead of putting something into the bin and harming the nature, environment, you save it. You use the same used product for different purpose or for the same purpose again and again. So this is a recycle bin, as you see, glasses, plastic materials, papers, right? Paper stuff. And then we have here some recycled products on the right. Card is like cardboard. This is the short form of cardboard in this context. So here in this picture, you see what cardboard or card means. These boxes. And wood is the hard substance that forms the inside part of the branches and trunk of a tree Trunk means the body of a tree, used to make things or as a fuel. Fuel means like to produce energy here, like heating material or heating substance. Yeah. So we can use wood for different purposes, right? To make different furniture, for example, or as kind of source of heating. Bridge. Bridge is a structure that is built over a river, road, or railway to allow people and vehicles to cross from one side to the other. This is a picture of a bridge. Prize. With that, prize means award or reward, a reward for victory in a competition or game. Please don't confuse it with the word price. Price is the cost, the amount of something. It is spelled with C and pronounced with S, price. Price, price. This is like cost. These are two different words. Please be careful. Don't confuse. Don't get confused. Don't confuse them. Okay, here we go. Let me put an exclamation mark here. Okay. Wouldn't mind doing something. If you wouldn't mind doing something, it's okay for you. You can do that. You don't mind it. An expression used to convey a willingness or a lack of objection. A lack of objection means you don't disagree. You don't disagree. Lack of objection means you don't disagree. You don't disagree. So you accept something. Towards doing something, I wouldn't mind cooking dinner tonight. So this means it's okay for me to cook dinner tonight. So here, after wouldn't mind, we use ing. Here we use ing. But in this one, it is okay for me to cook. It's okay for someone to do something. That's why we go on with to cook, because we change the sentence structure. That's why we use here to, not ing. Okay, think up something. If you think up something, you produce a new idea or plan. It is more like come up with something. And on the list, we have this expression as well. So come up with something, or to think up something, it means to produce a new idea or plan. We can also say devise or suggest. Suggest. These can be some synonymous words. I don't want to go tonight. I don't want to go tonight, but I can think up a good excuse. Maybe you don't want to, let's say, go to the concert tonight, but I can't think up a good excuse. So your friends, let's say, have invited you to a concert, but you are very kind and you are very shy. You cannot easily say, no, I don't want to come, but actually you don't want to go there. You don't want to go to the concert. In this case, you need to think up a good excuse, a good reason why you cannot get. This is kind of reason. Excuse is like a reason for absence from something or for not doing something. And then with E, be careful. So, and that means afterwards in British English or afterward in American English, here in Canada as well. Later on, these are all synonymous words after the time mentioned. Let's look at the examples. We had tea, and then after we had tea, we sat in the garden for a while. For a while means for some time. For some time. Okay, for some time. They separated, and soon or shortly afterwards, Jane left the country. So here, and soon or shortly afterwards means and then, afterwards, later on. These are all synonymous. Separate means they got divorced. So we can say that if they were like married, we can say got divorced. Okay. Got divorced. Oops. Film, here film is a verb. As a noun, it means movie, but as a verb, it means to record moving pictures with a camera, usually to make a film or to make a film for television or the cinema. Today, we can include like different platforms like Amazon Prime or Netflix, and there are other platforms. Most of the scenes were filmed in a Hollywood studio. So here, filmed is like recorded. Or we also use the word shot. Shot is also, so here the synonymous words can be record or shoot. And the past form of, or past participle form of shoot is shot. Okay. These are synonyms for film. Come up with something to suggest or think of an idea or plan. They came up with a plan to make us more efficient. So you remember the other words up on the list, a couple of words before I introduced to you. They thought up, think up, you remember? They thought up a plan to make us more efficient. So here, thought up means to come up with, to introduce, to develop, to invent, to find. Efficient means like if something is efficient, you can save time and you can work more effectively, or you can save money. So efficient is about saving money, time, effort, etc. Moving along or moving on, we can say, you remember move along from the previous one, proceeding, going on, moving along, moving on. Let's go on and finish the list. Put on means to operate something, to make a device operate or to cause a device to play something, such as a CD or DVD by pressing a switch. A switch is like a button or a key. Okay. So could you put the light on? So here put on is like switch on or turn on. An electronic device like your AC, like air conditioner, or your cell phone, etc. In the shape of something or someone, this is used to describe the physical form or outline of an object, usually comparing it to the appearance of another thing. For example, scientists have recently introduced a robot in the shape of a human. So a robot looks like a human being, a person. So in the shape of means similar to. Similar to. In this context, it is similar to a human being. Human means human being or person. So human being, a person. These are synonymous words, or an individual, we can say, an individual. And decorate means to add something to an object or place, especially in order to make it more attractive. And in order to make it more attractive, and mostly we do this to celebrate something, mostly as part of an event, such as a birthday party or celebration or graduation ceremony, etc. These are some examples of decoration. Look at this image now. These couples are decorating their house or their office. I don't know. Yeah, but they are just trying to make it like more attractive. They are putting up some pictures. You see like there's some light there. You see the flowers there. So they are simply decorating the wall, or they are decorating the room. That's all. These are today's words. Again, please watch the video again. Make some notes. Make sure you understand the examples. If you don't, look up a dictionary and see more examples. These are all very important vocabulary words for the IELTS test. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Keep up the hard work, please. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end. See you in the next video. Bye for now.